Good evening. This is the market update for buy sell short for Wednesday, December 26th. Hope everyone had a very relaxing and Merry Christmas, and probably hoping that the day had continued today, because what a waste of time the market was today. I almost was not going to do a video today because there really is not a whole lot to talk about. The market was blah. It's like traders are gone from this market along with the volume, and it is deader than dead right now out there. Now, that's not to say there are not stocks that are popping randomly. It's to say, the majority of traders are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for this fiasco, this fiscal cliff in DC to come to an end. And, granted, today they were still all on vacation, which meant we didn't have any politicking by TV camera. But that will end tomorrow as our elected leaders come back from their Christmas vacation. We did get a little blurb right before the close. We had the Tan Man come out and say that it was up to the Senate to do something, and that they would still be open to negotiation in the House, but the Senate needs to do something, and that's where we stand. 4 days from the fiscal cliff, no deal in sight, and our elected officials on vacation. I think we'll probably come to a deal, but it may not happen until after January 4th, and that is when the Tan Man officially becomes the House leader yet again. Maybe then he will show some balls and do a deal, but until then, not holding any sort of optimism towards a deal. But remember, even if we go over the cliff, the impact will not be felt for many, many weeks. It's not like tax rates are going to instantly go up for everyone. It's going to take quite a while for things to come about, quite a while for the cuts to happen, and by that time, hopefully, we will have got a deal on the table. But anyway, as for the market, Dow 15-minute chart, we are still in this bullish falling wedge. Not much to say other than we just step back and forth. It looks like we're going to fall off. Market pops a few points. We sell off. Market pops a few points. We sell off, etc., etc. And, we could see this action into the year end. Tax selling year end is on Monday. And in case you didn't know, you can sell until Monday to record a tax loss. And I saw some comments out there today saying, who's out there selling? Anyone who is going to sell has already sold. My answer to that would be 90% of the participants in the stock market are dumbasses, and they will wait till the last second with the hold and hope. And 90% of the 90% are hedge funds, and they are dumber than a box of rocks. And even today at the close, you started to see a lot of low blocks going into the close, and that are funds just saying, to hell with it, sell out of one fund, buy it in another fund, and those are the opportunities we are going to be looking forward to over the next few days. Now, with that in mind, what sucks about this period this year is that we have the fiscal cliff out there. Any other year, I would be out there accumulating positions left and right. As it is with this nonsense hanging over our heads, we have to tiptoe into positions. If we like a position, we pick up some small shares, and if it starts to break out, we add to those shares or we add to the volume, and that's just the nature of the market we are in right now. As for the daily chart, we closed right there above the 50-day moving average, but under the 20-day, and with what appears to be a magnet to the 200-day, which is really only 100 points below. We had RSI stop right at the 50 level. We have had a negative MACD cross, and we do have stochastics dipping low 50. We'd like to see this curl up tomorrow. If not, we could see it down below this level going into next week. So that's where we stand. Sent out the January popper list yesterday. We already had a couple of stocks bust out on that list. First one to do that was LEI. Just out of the blue this morning on really low volume, broke out about 150,000 shares when it started that breakout move. And then, as you can see, it ended the session with about 700,000 shares. Most of that coming after the move, as you know, the lemming traders rushed in after the stock had popped 15-20% to get that last 1-2%, which is what the nature of this market is. Secondary target, if you did pick that stock up from the pop scan, would be a move to 161 and then possibly 176. RSI up through 50. Positive MACD cross, stochastics, everything looking good. Again, check out the chart. These are the kind of charts we're looking to play over the next month. Stocks that are just beaten down over the previous month, 2 months. One of those stocks, FBN. FBN was on the pop scan for a break of $1. We got as high as $1.09. We broke through that 50-day moving average. Actually, really, really easy. Then it pulled back late in the day. But as you can see from this chart, look what happened back in September. It was trading at $1, and 3 days later, it was up 80%. This is a stock that when it starts moving, it moves. And volume was very, very healthy. This was the highest buy volume we saw in this stock since that sell-off back in September. We have RSI curling up through 50. If we scroll down, stochastics also curling up. But the key on this one, and also another reason why it is a January popper play, is check out the chart from last year. Just like last year, they disappointed on their November's earnings report, and the stock plunged all the way down to 88 cents. Consolidated for 3-4 weeks, then ran 100%. Here we are this year. Stock sold off 80% all the way down to the 80s, has consolidated for about a month, and now looks ready to boom. First target, 200-day moving average at $1.27. And if it does what it did last year, this was also on the January popper list last year. As you can see, the stock doubled for us over the course of 2-3 weeks. So let's see if we can get a replay on this one this year. UPIP, Unwired Planet. Nice pop last week. Tax selling over the last couple of days. Looks like it has consolidated nicely in the 120 area. If you didn't see today, MRVL lost a $1.2 billion patent lawsuit. The patent wars, as I've said, are only just heating up, which makes this stock really, really cheap in my opinion. If there are patents, and these guys are claiming that they invented the mobile internet, and they've been around a long time and have 200 patents. If any of that stuff that these guys are saying is true, this stock is extremely cheap and could have a very, very nice 2013. As it stands, January popper play, average gain going into January, as I posted on the website, is 28%. That would take the stock up to about 160 area. 200-day moving average is up there too. This is dirt cheap. Look what VRNG did this year. This could be the VRNG of 2013. Last but not least, SYNN, Centrolium. These are one of those alternative energy stocks. They do that Fischer-Tropsch process where they take gases and turn it into alternative ethanol, fuel, whatever you want to call it. Classic January popper setup. As you can see, just beaten down slowly but surely over the last month or so, with the sell volume increasing as we get closer to year end. These guys have $17 million in cash. This is also a play on the fiscal cliff. There is a tax blender's credit that is expected to be extended and retroactively done, that if it happens brings $23 million in cash to this company for doing nothing, which automatically puts a cash value with no debt of 40 cents on this stock. We get to accumulate it down here in the 33, 34 cent area. Deeply oversold, has a nice angle with that, but has the classic tax sell chart set up for us going into the next couple of weeks. So I like this one. Time to put it on your radar. 33, 34 cents and under. Accumulate on this one. That's it for the pop scan tonight. Going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to be nibbling on some stocks over the next couple of days. Not going crazy. When the volume comes in or we get some news, we can change that position, or if we get a fiscal cliff deal. But this is the time of year that no matter, I mean, look what LEI did today. There was no news out on this one, and boom shakalaka, this one went. So there are random plays going, but they have the same chart pattern that we have in place, as you can see on SYNM, and this is what we're going to be looking to play over the next couple of weeks. So that's it for the video. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email, feedback, buysellshort.com, and I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.